Hello everyone, Mystery Cube 7 here, back with another video. This time we're doing the Steam Awards 2023. Last episode, or I guess last video I should say, we did the Game Awards for this year, 2023, but now we're doing the Steam Awards, which similar concept, but probably going to be a lot different choices since I can put any Steam game that released this year, I believe, as any of the choices, as opposed to just the games that were nominated, like the Game Awards is. So let's get into it. There is 11 categories. Okay, we're gonna start with the biggest one, Game of the Year. That's gonna be interesting. Let's see what's on. Okay, so games I played. We have Pizza Tower. I played through that game entirely. It was definitely a good game. It was a lot of fun to play, and overall, I mean, pretty solid game. Then we have Overwatch 2, which, I mean, everybody knows Overwatch. It's not even really, well, I guess Overwatch 2 is technically a new game, but I mean, it's just Overwatch. It's been out forever. Project Playtime, you can see I had very little time on that game. It was not fun. I didn't like it. I'm sure there's Project Playtime fans out there, but it's not my game. I just tried it. And we have Portal with RTX. It's Portal with ray tracing. Like, what more do I need to say? Let's look at other games. Lethal Company, Baldur's Gate, FC24, Hogwarts Legacy. I will say, um, my prediction honestly would be Baldur's Gate winning. There's something I do want to see. Look it up. Oh god, Steam Big Picture mode on screen keyboard. I'd never use Steam Big Picture, but I couldn't get Steam to go to a 16:9 aspect ratio, and I didn't feel like stretching in OBS or anything. So, um, acid, plastic. Okay, nothing. Okay, I guess that game didn't come out this year. I love the game Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, but I guess it didn't come out this year. So I'll have to nominate something else. Honestly, for me, probably going to nominate Pizza Tower, just because I don't really have anything else to nominate. So Pizza Tower it is. It's my nomination. Let's go to the next game, VR Game of the Year. Now I will say I have not. I don't know if I bought a single VR game all year, so let's just see what's on here. Okay, F1 23. I know my friend plays that game. Ghosts of Tabar. Never heard of it. Explain 12. Never heard of it. Gorilla Tag. I've seen ads for Gorilla Tag. It's a funny game. I'm just gonna nominate F123 because I don't know. I have a friend that plays it, and there's nothing else that I would want to nominate. Honestly, if I could nominate any game that I could, I just nominate Beat Saber because Beat Saber is awesome. But okay, Labor of Love. Oh, brother. All right, I'm happy now. Okay, so games that I play, a game that released more than a year ago. Blast Destiny that came over more than a year ago. Man. Okay. Anyways, Destiny 2, you'd think I would choose, okay, Destiny 2, 1900 hours played. How could I not choose that game, right? That would be ludicrous to not choose that game. But I will say, out of the 1900 hours of playing that game, I can safely say it is not worth the time commitment or the monetary commitment or any kind of commitment. Um, so I will not be choosing Destiny 2, also because the state it's in right now is pretty sad, to say the least. Rainbow Six Siege, I had a lot of fun playing for that 371 hours years ago. I have not really actually like played the game for an extended period of time for probably over 5 years now. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is definitely fun. I like playing zombies. I don't really play the other modes at all. I just play zombies. I like the Steam Workshop maps that you can play with zombies. I like playing that with my friends. But I think the game that I'm going to nominate here is going to be Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. I'm a big fan of the game. I think it's very innovative. And also for this category, the category is this game has been out for a while. The team is well past the debut of their creative baby, but being the good parents they are, the devs continue to nurture and support their creation. The game to this day is still getting new content after all these years. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator is still getting new content. We just had Hippo Space download and also another DLC that had more ducks. I forget the name specifically the DLC, but they're still updating it. It's still a great game. It's getting my nomination. I guess we can talk about the other games. Call of Duty. I heard that Modern Warfare 3 is kind of a flop. I heard people aren't very happy with it. Red Dead 2 I heard was really good. I haven't played either of these. Apex Legends I played for a little bit. Same with PUBG. Not that much time put into either of those games. Not a huge fan of either of those games. Let's move on. Best game on the Steam Deck. I just got a Steam Deck OLED, and so I can say, okay, it's hard because from my time using the Steam Deck OLED, since I just got it a couple days ago, I haven't really had time to like do a deep dive into the Steam Deck OLED and try out the like over 50 games that are listed as great on Steam Deck on my Steam Deck. Um, so I'm probably going to say for this one, probably just Pizza Tower again, because I just don't really have enough time to make a decisive decision on like any specific game that I would say, oh my god, this game is amazing on the Steam Deck. But Pizza Tower, I think would be good. I think it would be a good choice because the Steam Deck obviously has a controller layout, and Pizza Deck, or it's Pizza Deck, Pizza Tower, sorry. Um, I played through it on a controller, so controller game on a console that the primary control layout is a controller type layout. I think that just makes sense. But I could also see, okay, I can't really see Overwatch 2. Any shooter, I'm gonna say, that's just gonna be better on a keyboard and mouse. Um, but all these other games like Street Fighter 6, Hogwarts Legacy, Baldur's Gate, I could see those being good games too. Since the Steam Deck just has the controls that would work well for that. But with friends, I don't really play games with my friends too often nowadays. That sounds a little sad, but well, I do occasionally. For this one, I'm probably just gonna vote Overwatch 2 because I'll get on and play Overwatch 2 with my friends occasionally. Portal of RTX, I guess. Yeah, Portal is multiplayer. Though I played Portal with my friend years ago, but I wouldn't really call Portal like a huge multiplayer game. Pizza Tower, I don't even think has multiplayer. I don't know why. I guess it's on there, but I mean, it doesn't even have multiplayer. And then as for the other games, I haven't played any of these four, so I'm not voting for them. Outstanding Visual Style Award. Okay, also let me go back real quick and make sure that me nominating other games isn't okay. So I can nominate the same game multiple times because I believe in the past you used to not be able to do that. Because I remember in past years, if I'm remembering correctly, if you would choose a game for one category and then choose it for another category, it would remove it from the first one category you put it in, which was kind of annoying. But it's looking like it's letting you nominate the same game for multiple categories this time. Or maybe you could do that from the start and I'm just imagining things in my head. Anyways, let's move on. Outstanding Visual Style. So this one's interesting. Visual style, yeah, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna say, uh, okay. So as for the popular and recommended games, I haven't played any of those games. I've seen High on Life. I've seen Persona 5 Tactica. I have not seen Cocoon or Inward. Though they, at least from the like little arts they show here, they do look pretty interesting. Though, from my experience personally, I'd say Pizza Tower also has a good visual style, but I would say the one that really wowed me when I saw it was Portal with RTX because they took this game that, Portal didn't look bad in the first place, but they took it and then added the ray tracing to it, added all that, eye candy, and oh my god, it just looks way better and it just looks very nice if you have a graphics card that can run it. I mean, if you don't have a graphics card that can do ray tracing, you're kind of SOL, but it's gonna get my vote. I would say the one game that I really would not even consider, besides this Project Playtime, which keeps showing up for everything, but even though I do not care about it at all, is Overwatch 2. I mean, it's kind of bland in my opinion. I mean, it's cartoony, it's whatever. And Persona 5 Tactica, I do not like the art style of that game at all. I think it looks very dumb. Um, but that's a different conversation. So we'll go ahead, keep moving on. Most innovative gameplay award. Um, okay. For the bottom four games, the popular and recommended, haven't played any of them, so I'm just gonna go on games I have played. I'm probably going to say Pizza Tower again, just because even though Pizza Tower's gameplay is drawn heavily off of not WarioWare, but I think Wario Land is some type of Wario game. I think it's Wario Land. Even though it's inspired heavily off of that, it's still pretty unique. And even if it's not truly original because it just drew inspiration off another game that did the same thing very well, it's very polished and just works very well in terms of Pizza Tower and like how it feels to play. Not necessarily that any of these other games feel bad to play, but I just think that Wario or Wario, I think that Pizza Tower is gonna be my choice personally. Let's move on. Best game you suck at. There's a lot of these games. Oh, I have to choose just one. For best game I suck at, I'm going to choose Street Fighter 6 because I don't have Street Fighter 6, but I have a friend that has Street Fighter 6, and I remember when I would go over to play at his house, I was not very good at Street Fighter. I played a lot of Smash Brothers, played a lot of like Lethally Blaze. When it comes to games like Tekken or Street Fighter, or I'm trying to think of another game that's similar, I guess King of Fighters as well. Games like that, I'm not very good at them. Um, so that's gonna be my choice. I wouldn't say I'm the worst Street Fighter player in the world, but I'm not, like I don't I really just button mash and hope it works. Best soundtrack. Best soundtrack's gonna be interesting. Um with the same thing, it's the same opinion I said in my Game Awards video, where I don't know how Hi-Fi Rush is on here, but Bomb Rush Cyberpunk isn't. Here, let me see if I can search it up. Okay, I'm nominating Bomb Rush Cyberpunk because I mean it has a very nice soundtrack, and even though I don't own the game myself, I've listened to the soundtrack and also watched a friend play through the game and listen to the soundtrack that way. And I could say it just has a really good soundtrack. Um, and yeah, that's just my opinion on it. It's not music that's made for everybody, but I think that I like the music personally, so that's what I'm voting for. Okay, Outstanding Story Rich Game Award. Story game. Oh boy. Um, this is gonna be tough for the reason that the popular games that are recommended, I haven't played any of them. I don't really know anything about the story of any of these games. And then for the games I have played, I mean, Overwatch doesn't really have a story. Portal, like none of these games are story games. They are, not they're not based around story. So I wonder if there's something I could look up that came out this year that would qualify. Um, I can't really think of one, to be honest. So I'm just gonna vote for one of these. I'll just vote for Baldur's Gate 3 since I've heard that you can, like, I don't know, I've heard it's like Dungeons and Dragons where you kind of really just make your own story, and in that sense your story can be as good as your imagination is. So I think that would be a good fit. Um, I haven't played the game myself, but okay. Sit back and relax award. Um, okay, definitely not Overwatch. I wouldn't say Pizza Tower either, since that game you kind of it's not really a relaxing game, since you're on a timer, and especially if you do lap two, you're under a lot of pressure. I'm probably gonna vote Portal with RTX for the reason that whenever I played Portal, like it wasn't like I could sit back and relax and play that game and not like have to stress over it or anything like that because it's not there's no timers or anything. It's just think through and figure out the puzzles and all that stuff. And I think that's it. Okay, so yeah, I seem to have completed all of it. I'll go back to the top. Um, let's see. Okay, all right. It doesn't show me like a summary. Maybe if I click this. Oh, I can generate a leak. Okay, I don't want to do that. um, so yeah, that's really the end of the video. I don't really have anything else to say, so I will catch you guys in the next video whenever that comes out. Probably before the end of this year, maybe. See you then.